Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EURFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Greetings everybody. Today we prepare just very short update on the euro currency. We need to discuss the situation on the intraday charts, actually the price performance around the major support, as euro currency is coming to significant support area where theoretically some reaction could happen, or probably better to say should happen according to the probabilities. This is relatively strong support, so you know from our weekly report and in the videos we also have mentioned this market's coming to weekly agreement. This is a major XOP and major 618 support area accompanied with the weekly oversold. So this is rather strong combination that, well, in the current circumstances with the recent sell-off and in general sentiment on the market, it's difficult to count on some real change on the major tendency, and we not dare to suggest that this will be strong upward performance above the 120 and 122 and so on. But to count on some minor bounce, technical bounce from this area that might be not as minor on the lower time frames. So it might be minor for a weekly chart, but on a daily it could take more or less significant distance and it could become attractive for trading. Additionally, currently the situation that we need to keep an eye on also on the monthly chart. So that's we usually rare do in our videos, but still, if you remember, we talked about the major COP. The market's coming to it, and just recall this COP target 1163. This will be necessary for today update. So that's approximately what we have on the table. So this is actually the area which market's gravitating to. So 1163, 1219, 1220 area. So that's the area where theoretically response should start. Now about the shape of the possible response. So on the daily chart, we have nothing interesting by far. On the following time frame chart, here's we could make the suggestion that it might be kind of the hand and shoulders or something of that sort. So because currently an extension that we have from the most recent retracement stands right here is 1195. And well, this is very close to weekly target, so to monthly target, 1163, 1618, 1165. So maybe some spikes, fluctuations will be around the bottom. We will see. But it seems that this pattern also should finalize somehow the weekly, monthly COP target, because this stands very close to it. Additionally, you could see that some divergence starts to forming on for our time frame chart. Now, speaking on the possible reversal, so here it seems that we could keep an eye on the possible head and shoulders. The market will drop slightly lower, complete all the targets that we have, and then starts upward action. That might be the starting point of potential respect of the support area that we have. So with this downward action to the 1618, it is very clear to see the 3-drive buy pattern on the hourly chart. So take a look. How better to show you? It probably should be decontract a bit. So you can see what we have. This is first drive. So now it stands second, and it might be third. Third drive will be in a combination of extensions as usual. So take a look. The second drive stands on the front 127 of the first. Actually, this butterfly that we discussed recently, this is retracement after 127 has been completed. Third drive stands on the combination of the 1618 from the first, which is 112, and 127 of the second, which is 112.12. So this actually slightly higher than COP on the monthly chart. This is some riddle that we need to answer. Sometimes it happens that free drive is 1618 free drive. So maybe market could proceed slightly higher to complete the COP target. We should be careful with the entry with this pattern because it stands very close to the monthly extension, and here's might be some surprises and some maybe spikes or something of that sort. So in the general, market holds the extension starting here, but some fluctuations around this area might happen. Anyway, with this also growing divergence, as you can see, that's very typical for free drive. Additionally, for the very short-term perspective, take a look here, might be the bearish grabber at this point that suggests drop below these lows, and that should support the idea of the possible butterfly in free drive pattern here. So currently, as you can see, market has formed guideless triple to buy, but it has big chances to be shifted into the butterfly shape. So this is the performance on the euro currency that we could keep an eye on. And we will be watching what will happen around 1160, 12 even area, when the market will show this drop. Maybe some news will be released, maybe something will happen, so that will increase the volatility. That in general will keep the shape of the pattern, but let market to complete the major targets as well. At the same time, with this downward action, we see nothing really curious, just because if you take a look at the dollar index, recall what we said about the dollar index once euro currency already actually stands slightly above the 618. I mean, in reflection to euro currency. So it sort of stands beyond the 618 level. The dollar index is coming to it. So it has made very great progress with this recent 3 weeks. And it's much faster than the euro currency is moving. But still it has some gap to the 618 support and the weekly every pot. And while market will be tending to complete the free drive pattern and fluctuation around it, dollar index could show this maybe appreciation to catch up with the euro currency, because somehow they should converge. It's because the euro currency actually is more than the 50% of the dollar index. So some convergence should happen here. So this is our view on the euro currency. Let's keep watching. And it's very interesting what will happen around the major support and what will be with our free drive pattern.